Okay. So we're gonna start off with some news that we need to tear the band-aid off in this one. Like, we have to talk about it because, like, on two fronts, there's obviously a much more bigger story in the first big part of it, but also the second part as well. This is reported off of Polygon.com, but Neogaf goes silent following allegations against owner. Leading games form meltdown after sex assault accusation. This is written by Owen S. Good. Neogaf, the preeminent forum for video gaming discussion for more than a decade, has been offline for much of the past 24 hours. At this point, it's been more than that, actually. The trouble began in the late afternoon Saturday with allegations of sexual assault were leveled against the site's owner, Tyler Malka, who goes by the handle Evil Lore, which I find ironic in all this. In this following post, the user James Scott referenced this Facebook post uploaded to Imager 4 days ago. A post from in it. To zoom on this? Yes, I can. Okay. So yeah, this was a post actually. That was posted on Facebook of a woman who was and it was a thread where women were kind of sharing stories of like being sexually assaulted or being catcalled and so on. It was kind of the part of the Me Too thing that's been going around for the past week or two because of the Weinstein incident. So this started going around as far as what she posted on Facebook. Somebody then took that screen cap and spread it to everywhere else, and from one post on Facebook suddenly become much more of a wildfire. Late into the Saturday afternoon, nearly all Neogaf new posts all reflected on the ongoing controversy. Some condemned Melka, some asked what had happened, others made light of the situation, others still flooded the forum with memes or nonsense posts. Neogaf has been offline since around midnight ET Sunday. And I'll post the rest of this for those who want to read the entire thing, but let's get more deeper into the situation. So basically, the owner of Neogaf was accused of sexually assaulting a woman, and he had apparently had other allegations against him prior to this, but it's only this post that has gone public that he is now facing the brunt of it from not only just Neogafers, from his own peers, but everybody else in the industry. And since then, Neogaf is down. There actually has been a core group that went off to make a new website called Reset. That is another forum website. And obviously, the bigger story here is the fact that like this guy is he was doing something that he shouldn't have done, and regardless of how big Neogaf was and how big it contributed to the gaming industry, because it did some really good stuff in the industry. This also came at a cost of him like basically screwing up, and basically it follows the story of what's been happening in the past couple weeks in all of entertainment, from the Weinstein incident to the former employee of Naughty Dog, from Insomniac Games, who also reported that he was sexually assaulted or sexually abused at work, and only recently came out against the company. It happens everywhere, and it sucks. It sucks. But I'm glad that this is finally coming to fruition, and he's
what's so disheartening is that it's now and not earlier.
Yeah.
That, like, I get why it's now. I totally understand why it's now. It's because if it was then, it might not have worked. But now it's working because of social media.
Yeah.
This is a time where social media has a really strong positive influence.
Mm-hmm.
And if a girl or a woman says, dude sexually assaulted or harassed me, don't ask for proof like an asshole. Like, it's so ridiculous to me that people are like, well, where's your proof? It's just hearsay at this point. Women don't have to show you proof. They don't have to show anybody but maybe a lawyer proof. Like,
yeah.
So, and guess what? Sexual assault, sexual harassment has always been a thing. Like, again, much like with the, and I hate to get all political on the podcast, but much like with the Black Lives Matter movement, the problems ain't new. It's the technology that's new.
Exactly. And he didn't really help himself afterwards because he what was it? Patrick Eclectic over at Waypoint did an interview with him and asked him various questions, and he didn't do anything to really help himself even in that interview, and just came off as, you know, it was her fault and not mine, which is, again, the guy's got some problems, or he just doesn't realize it. So yeah, I mean, it's started from the bad foot, but was pretty significant in the past week that we need to touch bases on. But I'm glad that people are starting to come out more. And
Get the scumbags out of anything good, like straight, like good or bad. Just get the scumbags out. Like,
yeah,
it's so disheartening to me that there are so many guys within the media that we choose to enjoy as much as we do that are absolute pieces of shit. And I mean, it's there. I know it's there. It's always going to be there because pieces of shit just exist in general. But
right.
I don't know. Like,
yep.
I don't know. I'm just.
I know. But we can't say much already has already been said. So.